Good morning, students. So today, today the topic which we will discuss is polynomial. Okay, and I am Hamid Hussain, and welcome to my channel, Hamid Hussain Tutorial. Okay, so we will try to complete our whole syllabus during this lockdown. Okay, so stay home, stay okay, and do practice of all mathematics questions. Okay, if you have any doubt you can ask in the comment section, or you can take online classes. And please subscribe my channel and share it with all your friends, okay, who are in class 10th. Okay, so now we'll start. So what is polynomial? In mathematics, a polynomial is an expression consisting of variables and coefficient, okay, variables and coefficient, that involves only the operation of addition, subtraction, multiplication, and non-negative integer exponent. It means the exponent or the power of variables will be non-negative integers. Okay, so these are the examples of polynomials. Okay, so basically we will try to know out of the polynomials. If a polynomials or in the polynomials, in the variable power of variable is 1 polynomials. Okay, in the polynomials the power of variable is 1 or degree, and that is also called degree. Okay, so that is called linear polynomial. Okay, linear polynomial means a polynomial of degree 1. Okay, degree means the power of or the highest power of variables. Okay, in this equation we can say the highest power of variable is 1, so that it is linear polynomial. Okay, a polynomial of degree 2 is called quadratic polynomial. What is quadratic polynomial? Quadratic polynomial means a polynomial of degree 2. Okay, in this you can see. Okay, next one is cubic polynomial, the polynomial having degree 3, or a polynomial of degree 3 is called cubic polynomial. Okay, so what can the possible example? X plus x cube plus bx square plus cx plus d equals to 0. So these are the general form. For linear polynomial, x plus b equals to 0. For quadratic polynomial, x square plus bx plus c equals to 0. Okay, and these polynomials are having one variables. Okay, so we will solve some question and we will see some methods how can we solve. Okay, so we have already known the values of these variables. Okay, as we have taken this equation, so x equals to minus b by a, so this is called root of the equation. Okay, the value of the variable is called root of the equation. So always remember, in linear polynomial having one variable is will be one root. Okay, in quadratic polynomial there will be two roots. In cubic polynomial there will be three roots. Okay, so how can we find the root? Okay, so for linear polynomial that is very easy, because a plus b equals to 0, so x equals to minus b divided by a. But when we are dealing with quadratic polynomial, then it will be little bit difficult. Okay, and the next point is geometrical meaning of the zeros of a polynomial. It means at how many points it is crossing or it is passing with the axis. Okay, so that is called root. Okay, you can say here. In fact, for any quadratic polynomial ax square plus bx plus c, where a not equals to 0, the graph of the corresponding equation y equals to ax square plus bx plus c has one of two shapes, either open upward like or open downward like this. Okay, depending on whether a is greater than 0 or a is less than 0, and these curves are called parabolas. Okay, so we already know how to draw the graphs. So here are some examples. So at how many points it will cut, that will your answer, or that will number of zeros. Okay, so in exercise 2.1, what is given? The graph equals to y equals to function of x are given in figure 2.10 below. For some polynomial px, find the number of zeros of px. Okay, so how can you find? That is very easy. You have to see, just say at how many points it is. It is intersecting the axis, x-axis. Okay, so in the first, it is not intersecting x-axis, so for this question there will be no zeros. In this paragraph we can see it is intersecting at one point to the x-axis, then it is having 1 zeros. Okay, in the second third question it is intersecting at 3 points, here, here and here, so it has 3 zeros. In the question number 4, it is intersecting at 2 points, then it have 2 zeros. Okay, in the fifth, it is intersecting at 1 2 3 4 4 points, so it is having 4 zeros. And the question number 6, it is intersecting at 3 points, where, here and here, so the number of zeros is 3, as the graph intersects the axis at 3 points. Okay, so this chapter was very easy, this exercise is very easy. So next is relation between zeros and the coefficient of polynomials. Okay, so next topic is relation between zeros and coefficient of polynomial. So for this linear polynomial, root will be minus b upon a, but for quadratic equation as 2x square minus 8x plus 6. So how can we factorize it? By splitting the midterm, that we have already studied in the class 9. So 2 6 are 12 and 2 plus 6 8, so 2x square minus 6x minus 2x plus 2, or 2 will be get common, 2x, x minus 3 minus, okay, minus 2 is common, so x minus 3, so 2x minus 2 and x minus 3. So either 2x minus 2 will be 0, so x will be minus 2 upon 2, sorry, yes, or equals to minus 1. And second answer, x minus 3, if x minus 3 is equals to 0, then x equals to 3. So there are two roots, minus 1 and 3. Clear? 1 minute. 2x minus 2 equals to 0, so x equals to plus 2, yes, it will come plus 2 divided by 2, so plus 1 and plus 3, so x equals to plus 1 and 3. Clear? So there are some relation, you can see, if we are adding this, then we are getting minus b divided by a. If we are multiplying this, then we are getting c divided by a. Okay, so what we are getting, if alpha and beta are two roots. Okay, so if we are adding the roots, then we are getting minus b upon a, where b equals to coefficient of x and a is the coefficient of x square, because the general form of quadratic equation is ax square plus bx plus c equals to 0. Okay, and if we are multiplying the roots, then we will get c upon a, constant term divided by coefficient of x square, or you can write here negative coefficient of x divided by coefficient of x square. And for this, multiplication of roots equals to constant term divided by coefficient of x square. Okay, so I hope you have got this thing कि alpha plus beta equals to minus b upon a, and alpha into beta equals to c upon a. It means sum of zeros equals to minus b upon a, and product of zeros equals to c upon a. So by applying this thing, you can solve example 2, example 3. Okay, find the zeros of the polynomial and verify the relation. You can easily verify. Example 4, find a quadratic polynomial, the sum find a quadratic polynomial, the sum and product of whose zeros are minus 2 and minus 3 and 2 respectively. So let's a quadratic polynomial be this. Okay, and you can solve this. Okay, if you are not okay, if you don't have book, you can download it from Play Store, or you can take from your seniors. Okay, so example number 4, in this they have given to find a quadratic polynomial, the sum and product of whose zeros are minus 2 and minus 3 and 2. The sum is given is minus 3 and product is given as 2, and we have to find the quadratic polynomial. So we already know alpha plus beta equals to minus 3, alpha plus beta equals to minus b upon a equals to minus 3, or we can write minus 3 upon a, and alpha into beta equals to 2. So we know product of this root is c upon a, constant term divided by coefficient of x square. So this will become c equals to 2 by 1. So we can easily find the result that b equals to minus 3, a equals to 1, c is equivalent to 2, and a is equal to 1. So a is equal to 1, b is equivalent to 3, and c is equivalent to 2. Okay, so how can we write the quadratic equation? Because we know general form of quadratic equation equals to ax square plus bx plus c equals to 0, or this will become x square plus 3x plus 2 equals to 0. So this is your required answer. X square plus 3x plus 2 is your required answer. Okay, okay, in this they have also given for the cubic polynomial. So actually that is very rare, but you can learn this. Ax cube plus bx square plus cx plus d equals to 0. This is the general form of cubic polynomial. So the sum of zeros of this will be alpha plus beta plus gamma. Alpha, where alpha, beta and gamma are zeros. Okay, of this. Okay, alpha, beta and gamma are zeros. So alpha plus beta plus gamma equals to minus b divided by a, alpha into beta plus beta into gamma plus gamma into alpha equals to c upon a, and product of these roots or product of these zeros equals to minus d upon a. It means constant minus negative of constant term divided by coefficient of x square. So I hope you will remember this. Okay, so we will see exercise 2.2. Okay, that is the first question. Find the zeros of the following quadratic polynomial and verify the relation between the zeros and the coefficient. coefficient. Okay, so what you have to do, you have to find the zeros of the following polynomial. So how can you find? You can find the zeros by splitting the midterm, and you have to verify the relation between the zeros and coefficient. So you can easily verify. I am just solving a question. X square, first question is x square minus 2x minus 8. Okay, you can write 1 into 8, 8, and how can you split the midterm? 4 2s are 8, yes. So x square minus 4x plus 2x minus 8. Okay, always remember, while we are splitting the midterm, there should be even number of sign. Okay, either all the 4 signs should be positive, either all the 4 signs should be negative, or 2 negative 2 positive. Okay, so always that should be in the even number, then you will get the result. So x is common here, x minus 4 plus 2 is common here, so x minus 4, x plus 2 and x minus 4. So when x plus 2 equals to 0, then x equals to minus 2, one root is become minus 2. When x minus 4 equals to 0, so x equals to 4. So there are two roots, minus 2 and 4. Now we will verify. We know the sum of zeros equals to minus b upon a. So minus 2 plus 4 equals to, what is the negative term? Minus 2 upon 1. So minus 2 plus 4 equals to plus 2 equals to plus 2. Verified for product of zeros. For product of 0, we know that is c upon a. So minus 2 into 4 equals to, what is c? Constant term. Constant term is minus 8 and coefficient of x square equals to 1. So 8 minus 8 upon 1. We can easily get LHS equals to RHS. So it is also verified. You can solve all the questions. So second question, find a quadratic polynomial each with a given number as the sum and the product of its zeros respectively. So it will solve in the same manner that we have solved this example. Okay, next one is division algorithm for polynomial. Okay, so that is very easy. Come on, the example 6. So we have to divide 2x square plus 3x plus 1 by x plus 2. Okay, so this will be divisor, this will be dividend, x plus 2, 2x square plus 3x plus 1. So always check whether they are in descending order of the power of variables. So yes, they are descending order in the power of variables. Okay, now you have to multiply with those numbers that it will get cancel out. Okay, so by which number you will multiply x with, you will get 2x square. So you have to multiply with 2x. So 2x into x, 2x square plus 2x plus 2, 4x, and in the division we just subtract. So 2x square minus 2x square will get cancelled. 3x minus 4x, you will get minus x plus 1 from here. Okay, by which number we will multiply, we will to get minus x. So you have to just multiply by minus 1. So minus x, minus 1 into plus 2, you will get minus 2. So the sign will change. Okay, because we are just subtracting, so this will become 0, and plus 1 plus 2 become plus 3. Okay, so this is the method by which you can divide. Okay, there are some another questions, and you already know dividend equals to divisor multiplied by quotient plus remainder. It will always applicable, okay, for solving any question. Okay, so there is exercise 2.3. Divide the polynomial. You have to just divide, check whether the first, okay, you have to just check whether they are factor or not. So if they are completely divisible, then they are factors, okay. If they are completely divisible, means if they are giving you zero remainder, then they are factors. If they are leaving some remainder, then they are not factors, okay. Question number 3, obtained all other zeros. So you have to just obtain all other 0 if 2 of 0 is root 5 and root 3. So this question you can easily solve. They have given also example 9 by this method, okay. Find all the zeros of 2x to the power 4 minus 3x cube minus 3x square plus 6 plus minus 2, okay. So they are giving 2 zeros, so it means one time x equals to root 2 and x equals to minus root 2. So one factor will go, just we are solving the example 9. They are having two factors. It means one time x equals to root 2, so x minus root 2 is a factor, and equals to minus root 2, it means x plus root 2 is also a factor. So this will be in multiplication, x minus root 2 into x plus root 2. You will get x square a minus b into a plus b, a square minus b square. So this is a factor. So what we have to do, but just we have to divide this number, okay. The given the question 2x minus 4 minus 3x cube plus 6x minus 2. You have to just divide this number by this factor, okay. So you will get the answer, okay. So when you get the remainder, you will get the answer 2x square minus 3x plus 1, okay. You will get remainder 0. So this is the method by which you can solve, okay. All these questions are very easy. So I think you have got all the all question of this chapter. If you are having doubt, okay, so you can ask, okay, and please share with all your friends, okay, that way they can also learn, okay. Any comment, any suggestion, you can give me in the comment section, okay. Thanks for watching, okay, and we'll try to soon to solve this chapter, pair of linear equation two variables, in the next video. Thanks for watching.